Compromised! Hello! Whoa! To say this is the Moose and Mushroom Trail. Actually retrieved. Are you not sensing anything? It just feels like the energy changed. I don't know about the vibe in here. This feels like a hog pen. I'm feeling creeped out.
Get in and get out. But something as we were approaching the Jeep. Thank you for watching.
Leave a happy comment.
Yes.
A thumbs up. And be sure to join us for the next wild forest adventure. Okay guys, Pops is having me haul my rear end up this hillside.
Well, look at this. I mean, it could be human, but I'm coming up here to put our little hide camera over watching the Jeep.
Okay, throw me a rope.
Okay. But look at this. There's logs and rocks, which it could just be somebody's little fort while they're camping. But I wanted to get it on camera. None of it, I'm not seeing chainsaw marks, but it's all stacked.
Whoa!
And there's like a V, this V, things are just kind of stacked up. And there's a little bit of like a game trail that I can see going back up into the brush. So it struck me as quite curious.
Yeah,
and it was back up in this. Last time we were here behind the camera, we had that wood knock.
Okay, let's get, I'm going to pass this off to you so that you can get a better view, maybe from the side.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on the hillside here.
Okay, so you can see
That's
things are stacked
interesting.
up. And there's a deep, I mean, that would look like where a tree would have fallen and pulled up the roots, but there's a deep spot there. I mean, look at that. Great spot to overlook the road. A 3-foot dip to duck down into. This is curious to me. And then I see scuff marks. There's some scuff marks.
Curious spot back here.
This is very curious. This wasn't on the agenda, but I'm curious. And then we got a lot of broken stuff, right, a trail right back into the brush. But this trail goes straight to this structure.
Okay, and
An impression, but I'd
we
say
did pick up
human
a wood knock at the
size.
location
Yeah.
when we were away from the vehicle.
Yeah.
Super curious. What lies beyond?
So I think we're going to have to look here further in the future, get a better, because our focus has not been this side of the road, but I think it deserves another look and investigation.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, give you one more view and then I'm going to shut this one off and set up my backup camera.
It looks like it's going to be dark in there, like it's going to be difficult to film.
home again.
Yeah, did you bring a light?
No.
I mean, I've got my little flashlight, but
Yeah, I did not bring a light. I wasn't thinking of that because it was so bright. Hi friends!
hello, hello. It's a midweek adventure night for Pops and I. We're on a mission.
Yes. So we did catch a person on this particular game camera.
Compromised.
They looked right at it. I know that you're not supposed to mess with game cameras, but we just feel more comfortable pulling it and not taking the chance of losing it.
This was prior. This footage has not even come out at this point. Up until this point.
Yes.
So we're actually going to get back in here, remove it so it's not a future issue, and do a relocation.
Yeah. And we did get a moose on it down here.
Yeah.
And you'll see that before you see this. Because this is like 4 days later. Yeah. Roughly. So anyway, we're going to do that.
And there's another mushroom.
This is where we found some mushrooms. So I was like, oh, maybe there'll be more where the other one was. There is.
We'll be doing a little collecting.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little more looking and collecting on our way out. And I'm still tempted to move this game camera and leave it in the area. But we haven't fully decided that yet, so we're going to decide that together.
Team meeting.
Yes.
Hello. We'll give them a head start.
Okay. Careful.
Slippery when wet.
Duly noted.
I'm just picking up. I'm just taking a moment to
well, what I noticed,
take my senses in.
You noticed I didn't have my wood knocker. I noticed you don't have your ears.
Well, I know we're going to be right by the creek.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I left them behind.
Yeah, it does drown them out.
Like it'd be okay right here.
Yeah, but up any closer creates a problem.
I think it's safe to say this is the Moose and Mushroom Trail.
Yeah, that's been the case.
Anything new?
Not seeing anything obvious. Let's go ahead and look a little bit with the camera and then we'll turn it off and have our discussion. It's dark over there.
Yeah, it is. The mosquitoes are swarming the camera case. Good times. Okay, officially retrieved game camera. We will review that SD card back at the studio.
Yes. Tuck and roll, tuck and roll.
Oh my goodness. That was tricky.
A little bit.
Whew. Testing my forest skills.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Bunch of broken limbs right there, kind of in the trail.
Yeah, it looks like something maybe bedded down right there.
Well, or stepped on stuff is what I was thinking, but possibly. Huh. Another cedar tree with all the bark stripped off, so off the limbs and the main tree. So once again, if it's porcupine or deer or squirrels, but another one that's all stripped.
This is curious right in front of us. That tree bends, goes in between.
Yeah, we've
got a curious feel in here.
Yeah, and it's kind of why I'd like to keep a camera in this area. Bunch of green vegetation that way. Just kind of looks like there's little trails here and there meandering through.
What do we have going on? It feels like we're in the middle of something. Stepping off that path.
Yeah.
This feels like we're completely in the middle.
Kind of that fenced or that corral kind of a thing.
Yeah. Are you not sensing anything?
I'm actually not. You are. Because we want to pay attention to that. I don't want to go any further than we need to. I mean, I see a tree that I kind of like. I just don't know if it would still be seen from the main trail. But
it just feels like the energy changed.
Okay.
We didn't even go that far.
No. We're not even 50 yards off the main trail.
So I don't know if there's something going on in here and we're not supposed to go any further.
Okay, well then why don't
and that's a really curious spot.
Yeah, I was kind of drawn to that next spot, but we don't need to go that far.
I want to see what's in there.
Yeah, if we can get through here, because we are a little bit
congested.
Yeah. I don't see the easiest way through these limbs.
Okay, you know what? Let's compromise. Let me take a photo.
Okay, you take a photo. Because even the stuff we crawled under is a big bunch of like X's and stuff.
Kind of a neat little asterisk.
Oh, yeah, here. I'll pass you the camera. I think I got a tree picked out.
Right. Oh, curious. That's a wee little bend right there. I don't know, guys. I don't know about the vibe in here. I didn't feel this when I was down by the creek area. Although that past time I did mention there was a area there. What's going on here? That is a freaking fresh break on that one. You might not have a game camera to come back to.
Well, we're going to deploy one anyway. Don't know if you don't try.
That was me. I've got myself completely walled off in here. This feels like a, you know what? This feels like a hog pen. No joke. I think I'm getting myself worked up.
Yeah, let's not do that. I'll just get this put up.
Feels like a trap in here.
It does. I feel like it does feel like a corral or something.
Wow. That is so strange how the atmosphere can vary and change energies. It's quiet. Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, we're set up.
We are in business. Okay. Moving outward. Let me pass this off to you.
Okay.
I'm just struggling to navigate my rest of it.
Okay.
Well, I have a little bit more faith that, I'm crossing over an X right now. I feel like that is a bit more off the beaten path.
Yeah. That.
And I tell you, if I'm feeling creeped out,
Then we're gonna get moving. I'm not gonna push our luck.
Then it kind of gives me hope that the camera's not going to be messed with. Like, you know, greater chances.
Oh, doing the duck and crawl.
Yeah, the forest limbo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh.
Need a hand or are you okay?
I think I recovered.
Okay. I'm just trying not to slip myself.
Yeah, no, it's...
Everything's still damp from all the rain of this last weekend.
When I talk about, whoa, our wild forest adventures, this is about how wild it gets. It's, oh gosh. Okay, let me get my bearings, because...
Okay.
Overhead bird. See, I wish I had my ears right here.
Yeah.
Far enough that maybe I could hear more. Okay, I will follow you because I'm obviously a bit challenged at this point. As to what direction?
Up is out.
Right, up and out.
The crick is in. Opposite of the crick is out.
Up and out on the mushroom trail.
Yes. It's weird though that one spot's the only spot I've seen any in here.
I just don't think we're alone.
Well, I'm trying to make sure and pan and sweep the area.
I don't see any other humans.
No.
I just feel like there's a presence.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to pan and keep the camera moving, so if there is, hopefully we'll get it. I'm going to pan behind me just because it feels a little dark behind me, which is weird that I wasn't feeling it over where you were.
Right. Well, we've had that happen to you and I, where one of us is like, doo-doo-doo,
yeah,
and the other is picking up.
And it could just be I was focusing on a tree, not being tuned in to the other senses. So it's just good that we listen to each other and not push our luck. Just get in and get out.
I'm
You've heard it too? Yeah. And I'm definitely not real right now. Yeah, I pulled the battery. Okay, repairing profile.
That was weird.
I think it just got too hot. And that's with the 24 now.
I don't know when it turned off.
I'm hoping it was when I tried to before the machine. Wow, this one's it's still trying to repair.
Okay, or was something influencing the camera while we're on the trail?
Yeah. Alright friends, so this camera froze on us. We don't know exactly when. We were trying to show that we were harvesting that one mushroom and realized that our camera wasn't recording and was locked at 9-something minutes. So I had to pull the battery, reset it, put the battery back in, and it took like 30 seconds for it saying repairing that file. But just as we were coming back to the Jeep, Nana and I both thought we heard something. I wouldn't say quite a wood knock, but something as we were approaching the Jeep. We do have the backup camera, so we'll be reviewing that. But I'm going to go ahead and do a wood knock, just since the last wood knock that we know of was up here behind the Jeep. So I'm going to pass Nana the camera.
Nada.
Alrighty, well, should we wrap this one up? Or maybe after driving out some more, see if we see anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kind of leaving
I was already down the road trying to figure out where else we could duck into. Not ready to give it up.
Okay. I'm trying to let the other camera record as long as we can while we put stuff in the Jeep, just in case. Keep the chest pad in here. Okay, that's all right. Look through the camera. Alright, we see a deer on the road. We'll see if we can get a picture. There's that thing right there. We saw the tail again. It's not going to take much to be going. Right here in this corner. See, it was facing uphill into this grass. Huh. I don't know. if we got it or not. Alright friends, so we found a little side road to navigate. This kind of is above a lot of the area we've been investigating. My one map tells me that it loops all the way back around to the other side. But as little as this is traveled, I'm kind of guessing it's blocked somewhere.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go explore.
It's nice. We've got a peak of sunshine as it's bidding us goodbye for evening.
Yeah.
But we've had lots of rainy spring days. Just feels good to be out here doing our thing.
Four-wheel drive time.
I think we've arrived.
Pretty good rooster tail going there when we stalled out.
Yeah, we did. Yeehaw. That's a pretty good dip.
Yeah, I try and keep that rack from catching. Little marshy pond there where the spring comes out.
There's those wild strawberries. Well, guys, off on this wild road, we came upon free campfire wood. Pops has already got the rack, so he's gonna load us up, and that'll keep us going on those cold campfire nights.
fresh snow.
Wow, there is fresh snow on that mountain across the way. Oh, guys, it's what? Almost June, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, we're
Third week of May.
third week of May. Yeah. Like they say, don't plant your gardens yet. You might still have some frost.
Yep. Till next time, keep it squatchy.